Hello everyone. Well, it's a fine sunny morning where we are, and the news last night about the lifting of lockdown came as a huge relief to us all, I'm sure, and let's hope it comes to pass as planned. Anyway, enough of that. Today's tutorial is we're going back to our old favourites, the Beatles, because they wrote some absolutely brilliant songs, including this one, which is, well, it's Things We Said Today, which of course is credited to Lennon and McCartney, as was the agreement between the two of them and the publishing company, but there ain't much Lennon involved in this song. It's pretty much a Paul McCartney song through and through. In fact, when it was recorded, John Lennon played rhythm guitar and piano, not at the same time, but he didn't sing at all. The backing vocals and harmony vocals were double tracked by Paul with assistance from George Harrison. It was written for the 1964 film Hard Day's Night and appeared as the B-side of the single release of A Hard Day's Night, but it never actually made it to the final cut of the film. So there we go. So it's only available as an album track on the Hard Day's Night album or as the B-side of the Hard Day's Night single. But nevertheless, it's a pretty good little song. And it's got some interesting things about it. The introduction is rocking from one chord to another and back. And the two chords involved are simply A minor and E minor 7th. Now, you surely don't need me to show you where they are, do you? Even Pam knows where they are.
Yep.
So, but just to zhuzh things up a bit, if you want, you can find a different position. There's your standard A minor, 2 0 0 0. And your standard E minor 7th is 0 2 0 2, which is all fine and dandy as far as it goes. But if you really want to be fancy about this, you can play a G minor shape raised 2 frets. So that's 2 4 5 3. Just adds a different voice. And for an E minor 7th, you can apply the same principle and play a D minor 7th up 2 frets. So you get 4 4 3 5. And there we go. So there's another way of doing it. You will have to practice rocking from that one. But if you're playing in a group and you want to add a different voice into something very basic, and also find yourself practice something that's a little bit more difficult, that's the way to do it. Look for a different voicing of a common chord and try and find it somewhere else on the fretboard. There are lots and lots of chord books and charts available online that will show you alternative finger positions. Anyway, so that's that, so you can do that. And you might like to stick to the first position chords for A minor and E minor 7th, because what you're doing with the right hand might need a bit of work as well, because it's got a sort of a triple sound in it. It's got that's slowed down obviously, but now there is more than one way of achieving that as well. I did it just there with a straight down up down quickly. Or you can do it the other way round, up, down, up. Sounds slightly different, it just gives a slightly different emphasis on the different note sounds. Or you can do a triple. My glamorous assistant, the triple, okay? You've seen this before, it's the index finger or middle finger goes down, and then the thumb follows it down on the same beat. And then you come up again for the third. And so that's another way of achieving that effect. But the introduction is just going to do that, not on every bar, every couple of bars. So it's going to be. They're just rocking back from chord to chord, but putting that little triple on the first beat of the A minor bar each time through. And then when we get into the verse, that little triple pops up at the beginning of the line as well. But the first two lines of the verse are simply carrying on, rocking backwards and forwards between those chords, A minor and E minor 7th. And it's not until we get to the third line of the verse that things get a bit more interesting. And excuse me, I'm a little dry this morning.
It's allowed. So,
yeah, the first two lines of the verse just goes 2, 3, 4. Say you will love me if I let you go. Stay thinking of me, somehow I will know. Right, now we get to the third line of the verse. It goes to someday when we're lonely, and goes to a C9. Which, if you've forgotten, it is 0, 2, 0, 1. Because, just to recap this, if you see a chord symbol on a song sheet that says C9, that implies that it's a C7th with the 9th. If you don't want to use the 7th, you would call it C add 9, or C with an added 9th. Which would be like 0, 2, 0, 3 or even 0, 0, 0, 5, depending which. But this is a C9, which means that you're implying the 7th note, and the 7th note in the C scale, of course, is B flat, which is first fret, first finger, first string. But you add the 9th by putting your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the C string. Well, and from there, you're actually going to an F chord, so you just move that shape across one string. It's nice, isn't it? And then from an F, there's the first point of interest in the song, really. It goes from an F to a B flat, which is quite unusual in these circumstances. And Paul McCartney was particularly pleased with that chord change from F to B flat in the verse of the song. Because it goes someday when I'm lonely, wishing you were so far away. And the melody note is on a B flat as well. And then we go revert to the rocking the two chords A minor and E minor 7th. And that's all it is. The second verse repeats exactly the same as the first, until we get to the end. Because, again, Paul McCartney, or possibly George Martin, uses quite a clever little trick where it goes from the verse to the bridge. Often, and it's almost become expected, the bridge goes into a different key from the root key, but it usually goes into the key a fourth above the root key. So if you're playing in C, for the verses, you would expect the bridge or the middle 8 to go into F. That would be quite a common progression. Not here. We go from A minor and C into A major, and it's quite a surprise and a very effective one too, because we've done that for the last line of the verse. And then where you'd expect it either to go to an A minor and to a C7 to an F, it goes from A minor to A major. Ooh, nice. And so the bridge is actually all in the key of A major. It goes from A to a D7, then a B7, E7, A. And similar sort of stuff again. D7, B7. Now, to get from A major back into A minor, again, Paul McCartney uses quite a clever technique by playing a B7th and then a B flat 7th. So. And then we're back into A minor. So the second line of the bridge goes, and though we may be blind, love is here to stay, and that's enough to make you go. So we get back into that, rocking the two chords A minor and E minor 7th.
B flat 7th.
B flat 7th.
Do tell.
Oh, B flat 7th. Well, easiest way is 1 2 1 1. Like that.
So if you're playing the B7 there, you just slide it down.
Yeah. It's the easiest way to do it. If you play B7 as 2 3 2 2, and then just slide the whole shape down, and then resolve to an A minor. You might be thinking of playing a B7th elsewhere. 4 3 2 0 is a valid B7 and rather a nice one. If you play B7 like that here, then you've got a strange little change of hand position. So probably it's better to play B7 as like that, 2 3 2 2. And then the third verse repeats exactly the same as the second verse, where it goes at the end of the verse, instead of going back to A minor, it goes into A major, repeat the middle 8, repeat the last verse, and then finish as you started, really. It's just rocking from those two chords. That and then just finish on an A minor and let it ring. And that's about it, really. Crikey.
It's a quick one today.
Yes, a very, very rapid tutorial, because there are a few points of interest in this song, but it's not that difficult.
And it's fun to play.
Not like last week.
No.
I did tell you we'd have something a little less taxing this week, and here it is. But it's a good song to play. It's a nice song to sing, depending on your vocal range. We're doing it in the key that the Beatles do it in on the record, and of course Paul McCartney's voice is quite a high male voice. He's a true tenor, really. So it's stretching my range. So especially to do the third above harmony in the verse, and the third and fourth line of the verse. The first verse, it's someday I'm lonely, wishing you were so far away. You can put the third harmony above that, and it's someday when I'm lonely, wishing you were so far away. And that's getting up to the top of my range, so I'll probably do the third below. But I'll see if I can persuade Graham
Well, good luck.
to do that top harmony when we do a play version. So that's about it, really. And it is a fun song to play, it's a fun song to perform, and it's well within the range of most clubs and play-along groups. So if you want to spread this around, by all means do. The tutorial sheet, song sheet, is available on request. And I've already sent out a few, and just a heads up, I will be resending because there's a little typo on the version that you've had, so ignore that one, look out for the revised version. But that's all from us for today, so we'll be along on Friday with our comic song, our Friday Foolishness.
Number 50.
Yes, half century of comic songs. Well, we're going to keep going as long as we have to. Hopefully, June the 21st, which is a Monday, so that would mean that the 18th, Friday the 18th, may well be our last comic song. Fingers crossed.
But we don't know.
But we don't know. for the time being, we're just going to keep going. So, Comic Song on Friday, play along for this at the weekend, and then more of the same next week. So, that's it from us for today, so we'll see you soon. You know what to do in the meantime. Stay safe, please. We're so near the end. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and be kind to each other, and we'll see you soon. Bye from Pam.
Bye.
Bye from me. Bye for now.